Oh, I am not going down there. Look at the state of that. That's why we're wrecky. I don't mind a bit of jet washing, but that was a lot of jet washing. On to the next bit. Hello and welcome to another adventure. I'm just out in Essex, wrecking some lanes. I'm heading down towards Coggeshall way now, and I'm trying out this device that I've been sent. This, oh no, it's caught me out again. Oh dear, right on a bend. I did do a Google Maps recce as well. Down here? Yeah, down here. Yeah, so I've been sent this device, this Carpuride. I'll put up the model number. And so they contacted me on Instagram and, you know, would you be interested in testing this bit of kit? So I'm just getting used to it. It's the first time I've used it off-road. I've been using it last week or so, just nipping out on the bike and that. And but this is the first time I've used it in a sort of off-road scenario. And so I'm not struggling because of the device. So far the device has been good. A few little niggles I've got with it, but yeah, it's been good. The issue I'm having is because I'm using OSM and app, and I'm not used to using that app. That has been the problem. Oh yeah, what's that all about then? An old bunker. Yeah, so I'm not used to using that app. That's been the problem, and so it's just getting used to that. Oh, there's another one there. A few of them. What's going on there then? It's like some sort of login or whatever going on. Private, no public access. Yeah, so I've just got to get my head around using that app, and there's a few little things to it that I need to change, like the colour of the route that I'm following, because as you can see I've got it set up so that the line is red, but some of the roads I've been on are red, and there's no arrows on it on the line, whereas when you're using the OS Map app, which is my preferred tool, there is a line on that. So, or sorry, there is arrows. Yeah, but the thing itself so far has been pretty good. I'm not exactly sure where I am. So this is one of the first things that I've noticed using OSM and compared to OS Map app. OS Map app is the best mapping that we have in the UK. It is ordnance survey maps, and you know, they're absolutely brilliant, and the level of detail on them is second to none, which is why the military use them. But on this you're not quite getting the detail, and you're not quite getting some of the stuff I like, such as what the name of that wood is, you know, and that sort of thing, which you would get on an OS map normally. But of course that's not the fault of this Carpuride, that's more to do with the app. So let me just stop, I'll get my phone out and have a look, and then I better tell you where I am. Yeah, so one of the good things about this Carpuride is, that's wrong. One of the good things about OSM and app is that you download the mapping, and so the whole mapping for east of England I've got on my phone, so I never need to worry about phone signal. You don't normally with the OS Map app, because you download the mapping for the route that you're going to do, but OSM and you've got all the mapping, so if you deviate from where you plan to go, then you shouldn't really have any issues yeah, so I've just come through Bungate Wood. I'm now heading through Marshall Wood, heading towards Burton's Green, it looks like it's called. Right, okay, yeah. Yeah, so it's just little things like that that you don't get on OSM and, which, you know, oh, it does actually say it now, actually. It is saying it. I can see it now. Yeah, Bungate Wood. Oh, it does say it for where I am, but it doesn't look like it says it for where I've just come from. No, why don't you just go, no. Do I turn that off? No. Yeah, I've just got to get used to this. I don't want to fiddle around with it too much and then, shit. Yeah, so this is one of the problems with the app, with this thing, is that it's at the minute in my USB, which is obviously connected to the ignition. So if I turn the bike off, it turns off my USB power, which turns the USB power off to the device, and then this Carpuride shuts down. So yeah, that's one thing you could check. I would want to change if I was going to use this permanently. Is I would have it live all the time. But anyway, I'm not doing a review of the device today. Actually, I don't want to start going down a rabbit hole of that. So anyway, I'm just out wrecking routes actually, because this is just an area I don't know. And I'm trying to put something together, like a route out of London heading this way, that me and Sean and possibly a couple of others might come and do. And yeah, and I don't want to, because they're not particularly great riders, some of them. You know, they're fairly novice riders. I don't want to take them somewhere where it's really tricky. Oi, oi. Yeah, so it's been really dry lately, which is a good job, because this would have been horrendous. Looks like the 4x4 twats have been down here wrecking it all up, driving all over the place. Yeah, it's an absolutely glorious day. I had a fair bit of work lined up for today, but I sort of smashed through some of it just so I could sneak away about 2:30 from work and get out for a ride this evening and come and do this. Yeah, my work's been absolutely mental for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I've not really been able to get out on the bike much as I'd like to anyway. And so it kind of makes it all worth it, you know, when you're working really hard and then you just get away for an afternoon just for a bit of a reset. Straight down. Yeah, it's footpath that way. Yeah, it's nice just to get out on the bike and just not be working. All right, yeah, so we'll come down to the main road now. Yeah, I have to say that's, you know, that is about the best thing about being self-employed, is that you can, you know, if you've got a normal job, you know, your chances of your boss going, yeah, 2:30, can I knock off, boss? You know, it's not really going to happen, is it? It was one of the best things about being in the army was there's this thing in the army, it's this institution that I don't know if they still do it, but in my day, if you didn't get it, you know, there was the morale hit rock bottom, and that was on a Wednesday afternoon. It was called a recce afternoon, and it was meant to be where you go and do your recreations. You know, so I was a basketball player, believe it or not. I know I'm not very tall, only 5'11", but yeah, I was quite a decent basketball player. So I used to go and play basketball, and you know, and other people would go and do their sports, whatever it may be, like football, whatever. Or you had the duty fat MT bloke, military transport. he would go and do what was known as Egyptian PT, which just meant laying on your pit. I've got no idea why it was called Egyptian PT, but you ask any old sweat soldier what Egyptian PT is, they'll know. If you know what it is, remind me, put a comment in. Yeah, good old recce afternoon. Right, here we go. Yeah, one of the things that's really obvious as soon as you start using this app is with the OS map app, you can adjust the opacity of the line, so you can sort of see through the line that you're following, and therefore you can see the route under it. And so I know if it's a byway that's coming up or just a bit of road. Well, I know because I've just checked my phone, but there's a byway just up here on the left, but I can't tell that it's a byway just by looking at that, because I couldn't find a legend for OSM and I mean there must be one, but yeah, I couldn't find it. Well, I'm guessing there is one, because you know, every map needs a legend, doesn't it, really? It's got a lot of that sort of Essexy gravel that they put down on the lanes around here. It makes them quite, well, not sand-like, but you know, really quite loose and quite nimble on the bike. Well, I suppose at least you're not going to get muddy down this lane. Just giving your bike a wash. It's a good one to come down. Right, we're going left then. Yeah, could do some arrows so you know you're going in the right direction in the route that you've planned. Yeah, I thought there were arrows actually. Yeah, and I think that's one of the really good things about the OS Map app, is that it's very, very simple. There's not a lot to it, really. I mean, the menus in this OSM and is just, it's just so much to it, so much you can change and personalise and, you know, get it exactly how you want it. It's quite complex. Right here. It does have some useful features on it though, because you can see in the top here it's telling me what speed I'm doing, and it does come up and say to you the speed limit, and you know, give you a bit of a warning when you go into a 30 zone, which, I mean, some of them probably don't like that, but I'm assuming you can probably turn it off somewhere in the menus. But yeah, I think that's not a bad little feature. I think it's quite easy, isn't it, just to stick with what you know, keep doing what you've always done and not sort of change and try something different. And if what you're doing works perfectly and you have no issue with it, why would you change? But you know, you never know until you try what you might discover that it works for you a lot better. Yes, this is a nice lane, this one. Not quite so gravelly and pebbly as that earlier lane. I won't say it about the GS owners. I know I'll be getting extra surprises in the fan mail. I've definitely not been down this lane before. It's almost a green lane. I've obviously got this transitions visor on my Klim helmet, and I do really like this helmet. It has its faults, but I do really like it. But I've never been quite so sure about the transitions visor, because it just doesn't change quick enough. Right, so I reckon we must be up there then. According to that, it looks a bit green laney, doesn't it? Yeah, public byway sign there. Hey, this is getting all a bit serious. What's that all about? Little lane. Yeah, it's so dry. Yeah. Oh, I went and fucking said it, didn't I? Oh no, it's not as bad as that. To say it's so dry, which it is for the time of year. You know, it's just coming up to the end of March. Yeah, we've not had a lot of rain at all. It wouldn't surprise me if all the weathermen are saying it, and women, at the end of the month, saying it's been a dry month. Down there, Michael. Is that one? No, it's a bit further down. Yeah, back onto the main road. Oh, that was nice. Looks like the cafe's shut. We'll keep going. He wanted to come through no matter what, didn't he? Yeah, I mean, look at that. It is pretty lovely here, isn't it? Yeah, you're not going to find many starter homes around here. I'm just not quite sure. Yeah, so it's... Oh, that might be the footpath actually, so the byway might be back there. Cart track. Turn into a shit fest. Maybe. Oh, come on, I don't want to get the jet washer out. There's certainly been a few bikes down here. just had to stop and change the battery in my GoPro, and I thought I'd show you this. Look, so I'm trying these gloves out for the first time. So I think they're called Fox Defend Thermo. And I'm not sure if they're a mountain biking glove or a moto glove or both. If you look on Fox's website, I'm pretty sure they're listed in the sort of moto section. So they're a bit like 100% Brisker, so it's kind of like this neoprene-y stuff on top, but then you've got the really thin sort of leatherish, leatherette, whatever it is, palm. But what I liked about them is they've got this little cuff, which you don't really get on the Briskers. So when you pull your jacket down and you do the Velcro up, it goes over it, you know, and you can cinch it down, keep the drafts out a bit better. Yeah, and what I also liked was that they worked with my phone, you know, the touch screen on my phone. So yeah, been good so far. Temperature's dropping off now, but my hands are, you know, toasty warm. So watch this. So with this Carpuride, look, when I start the bike, so I've got my OSM and app running here, and if I start the bike, it switches it off, and then it takes about 10 seconds to get back up again from 0 back to the screen. Not long. This is just telling me that where the sound is going, and with a lot, I'm not going to touch anything, and it's gone back to the app. So I suppose that's quite good, but obviously every time you switch the bike off, if it does that, after a bit it get a bit annoying, which is why I think I would want a permanent feed to my USB power, which they're both switched on the T7, but on my CRF it's not on the ignition, it's on a separate master switch, which is, you know, I prefer it for that. But apart from that, so far that's performed really good today. Right, let's keep going down this trail. In fact, let me just turn put it back in hero mode. I've enjoyed this little blast this evening. I definitely needed it. I've had a busy old time at work, and just nice to get out and take a load off, as it were. Yeah, and I am going to do a review of this Carpuride device, but obviously I just want to get to know it a little bit before I start talking about it. And unfortunately I haven't got that much time before, you know, they want me to do a review. So, you know, I like to know things inside out before I start really telling people about them. But I'm sure I'll know enough in the 4 weeks I've got. Oh, I'm just going to put another layer on. It's just got a little bit chilly. I'm a big fan of Decathlon, and I really like these, like a synthetic soft, you know, insulated layer. And so I've got the one with the sleeves and the one without the sleeves, and I love how they just fold into themselves, you know, so you can pack them away easy. And this time of year I find I don't really need a full sleeve one. Well, I say this time of year, I mean it's only spring, so obviously it could get quite cold, but yeah, just perfect for days like today, when you just towards the end of the ride, or first thing, you need something just take the edge off. Right, okay, I'm nearly at the end of this lane, and when I get to the end of this lane, I'm not going to do the rest of the route I've put together, because I probably should get home before the trouble and strife starts to dock points off my good behaviour book. Yeah, so thanks for coming along for the ride today. Just this little blast out, bit of a reset and bit of a recce, test out a few new bits of kit. Yeah, like I say, I will eventually do a review on this this Carpuride. It's called something like the 702 Pro. I will put something up just to say exactly what it's called. Yeah, so I will eventually do a review on that. Yeah, so and I just need to really, the thing is I need to get my head around more using the OSM and app. If you go on the TET Facebook page, you know, that's one that people tend to recommend, but obviously I've always just used OS Map app because I just think it's brilliant. And you know, from today, you know, I definitely would have preferred to use that. But the problem is, as I now know, with these CarPlay devices, not every app works on CarPlay. So something like this device is, you're always going to be restricted by what apps are CarPlay compatible, and sadly OS Map app isn't one of them. But anyway, yeah, so that's all been good. Gloves have been good. Yeah, it's all been a nice ride, nice reset. So anyway, thanks for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed it. You know what to do if you have. You know what I'm going to ask you to do. Yeah, so like and subscribe, and hopefully see you back on the channel again. And if I don't see you back on the channel, well then hopefully I'll see you out on the trail riding your bike. So from me, from Mike, bye for now, and I'll catch you again. Bye for now.